Welcome back to Down on the Farm. If you missed last week's episode, please feel free to check it out because this is part 2 and we start it off with a stunning sunset over the beautiful Aberdeenshire coast. Gosh, look at this. So I'm just away to get my head torch and everything before I settle down for the evening, and so I've just come outside and look at the sunset. Look at that. How beautiful is that? That is just stunning. Right there. That is a view from my wagon tonight. And I very nearly missed it because I've been too busy in there doing that jigsaw. What a view. And all the Highland cows, look. I don't know if I introduced them earlier, but one of them's called Ailey and one of them is Fraser. Ailey is the mum to Fraser. Oh, and we've got 2 other ones coming to say hello. Look at this. Not sure what their names are, but oh, this is so beautiful. I've just been to my car to pick up my camera gear and my head torch because, as you can hopefully see, the sky is still completely clear, and there's also the tiniest of new moons in the distance as well, which means that when the sun completely sets, well, I mean it has set, but what I mean is once twilight hits and then the darkness comes, we should hopefully still have clear skies, and I should manage to get some nice starry images of this wagon. Now we have got this electric fence going around it because we've got the beautiful cows in the field beside me. It's actually the same field, but they're just fenced off so that they don't obviously nibble on the hat and everything. But because of the fence, it means my composition opportunities are going to be quite limited, but that doesn't really bother me because I am able to get a really nice side-on view. Can get some really cool photographs of me standing on there with the stars above me. So that's my plan for this evening. Super excited for that, and I just hope that things continue as they are until then. But until then, I'm going to head back inside my hut. I'm going to light my wood-burning stove. I'm going to get into my pyjamas and probably do some reading or some more of that jigsaw puzzle, who knows. But either way, I'm going to go in and relax so that when the sun has set and the night sky has lit up with stars ready for me, that I'll be warm and cosy and ready to come out and shoot it. So yeah, let's get this wood-burning stove on and get nice and cosy in this hut. You know, I'm really enjoying this. It's not often that you come somewhere with no Wi-Fi nowadays and somewhere with no electricity and you're literally just in nature, immersing it. I mean, being able to spend time doing a jigsaw today, I mean, that's something I've not really done since I was a child, and then just being able to read a book in peace without any interruptions, not feeling the need to go on my laptop all the time or check my phone constantly. You know, of course I'm still using it from now and again just to do some Instagram stories of this page and reply to a few texts, but on the whole, I'm using it a lot less than I normally would, and I'm embracing this moment and enjoying the fact that I have the time and the ability to just sit and think and do small things without the need, like I say, to be distracted. I'm here completely on my own. Ed might be joining me tomorrow night for my second night, but tonight I'm completely here on my own, just immersing myself in all of this, watching the sunset, watching the birds fly around, listening to things. It's so relaxing, and this is an experience which very few of us get the chance to do nowadays, and the fact that there's still somewhere here in Aberdeenshire that offers an experience like this where you can just get away from it all for a weekend or a week or even just a night. This is such a good place to do that, and you know, I know I've been given 2 nights here for free, but as I said either in the last video or the start of this video, this is somewhere that I personally would invest my money to come and enjoy, and it's got everything. You're on a farm, so you've got the farm animals around you, you've got beautiful clifftop views, you've got the peace, the privacy, the tranquility, you've got farmland birds all over the place, you've got seabirds just down the road, beautiful beaches, beautiful villages just down the road. It's so beautiful. And this getting away from it all and into nature and just enjoying this is, as I said, it's such a rarity. And I would urge all of you to come and enjoy this place, or enjoy somewhere similar near you, or come on holiday to Scotland and enjoy this, because this is what life is all about, these moments. And whether you come here on your own or whether you come with your partner or your friends, you're going to have a good experience. It really allows you, like I say, to get away from it all. And it's so relaxing. Like, I just feel, I didn't realise how much I needed this, but my gosh, I needed this. Oh, the water's ready. When was the last time that you heard a kettle whistle? I mean, for me it was last year when I was in the Isle of Lewis and Harris, immersed in the community and sort of the old-fashioned way of life, but you don't get whistling kettles much these days. And when you're out camping and enjoying life like this, you really feel that nostalgia and that being outdoors and that just, oh, I just love it. I love it. And you know, just before I have my hot chocolate that I'm having just to give me a little bit of a boost, you know, to keep myself warm, as well as this log burning stove, wood burning stove, before you know, the night of photography hopefully begins. I thought I'd come out quickly and just do a little reflection shoot out here. I mean, just look. I love this time of day, okay? I mean, I don't know if I've said this before, but twilight in the evening is my favourite time of the day. Everything becomes really peaceful, everything becomes really tranquil, and on a night like tonight where we've got complete clear skies and you've got this beautiful, you can't really see it, there's a pinky orange hue on the horizon above the cliff tops. It's so peaceful, and I love it when you're just starting to, you know, the temperature starts to drop, you start to feel it against your skin, and it's that time of the day where it's time to go inside to get cozy, to wrap up warm. I just love it, and this is my favourite time of the day when I'm camping, you know. It's that time where you start going, oh no, it's getting a bit chilly, got to get myself in my sleeping bag, but then once you're in it and you're cozied up and you're immersed in that atmosphere, it's what I remember so much as a child. And although I'm in this lovely hut this evening, I still feel that, because I'm still outdoors. I've still got to go outdoors to the toilet that's just around the corner. I've still got to, you know, go outdoors just to immerse myself in this view. And because, like, I literally am just living in this room, in this hut, I think it's great. And I think I forgot to tell you actually about the story behind this hut. So this hut is known as a harvest hut, and the reason why it's a harvest hut is because in the olden days this exact hut was used by farmers and people working on the farm when, you know, during harvest time they'd be out in the fields all day and in the farm working hard, and then they'd come and sleep in a hut just like this in the evenings before getting up early and doing all their work again the next day. And it's so great that a hut that was once used by farmers in the farming community during harvest has now been converted into this beautiful, beautiful hut that people like myself and you can stay in and come and embrace and enjoy. It's just like, I just think it makes it so much more special to be staying on a farm in an old harvest hut. I just think it's beautiful, and it's just such a good idea, a fantastic idea in fact. I love it, it's so quirky. It's starting to get pretty dark outside, so before I settle down completely for the evening and go to sleep, I'm gonna set up my camera and go outside the hut and try and get some images of the stars above it, some images of just the hut itself, and some images of me sort of sitting on the steps or standing on the sort of balcony area, just admiring the fact that I'm outside at night time. I love astrophotography, and I've not done it much recently, and when I did it on Skye at the cottage I was at last week, it really reignited my love for that, and I'd love to recreate that here, especially with it being such a unique accommodation. I think these images could work really, really well. One thing I like to do before I go outside and shoot, especially when it's night time and it's cold and it's dark, one thing I really don't like is faffing about in the dark with a head torch trying to set everything up. So I like to roughly set my f-stop, shutter speed and ISO to what I think will work well in the field. So then I just have to make a few small tweaks when I'm outside. So just to tell you what I've done just now, I've got my aperture at f7.1 just because with it being dark, the normal focal range doesn't really apply when it's dark, so having 7.1 allows me to get quite a lot of light into my camera, which will hopefully allow me to capture the stars. I've got a shutter speed of 20 seconds, which again will allow me to get some of the light of the stars in, but it's not long enough that the stars are going to start moving like star trails, so I find 20 seconds works really well in dark conditions. And I've got my ISO at 1600, which again, that's something that I tend to be, that's what I adjust the most in the field, because sometimes you've got to go up, sometimes you've got to go down, depending on, you know, how bright it is or how dark it is. But having the rough settings in the camera before I go out, like I say, means I'm not faffing about when I get out there. And given that I'm literally just going out of this door, down some steps, plonking my camera down and trying to get some images, you know, it's not like I'm trekking for ages. You know, if you're ever in a situation like this where you're in an accommodation or in a place and you're about to go out into literally just step out of a door or out of your car and you're at the location, it's quite good to do this. Obviously you don't want to be doing this if you're going to be hiking numerous miles with your camera gear all set up, but you know, in this situation it works. So anyway, let's get on my coat and my hat and let's head out and hopefully get some nice evening images here. So what I'm doing first and foremost is I'm taking some test shots basically to see whether or not this is going to work, and the test shots so far are great. The only issue is I'm struggling to focus on the stars. Unfortunately, none of my lenses for some reason allow me to focus to infinity, which can be quite difficult, but after a few test shots I should hopefully have the stars pin sharp. The other thing I'm trying to do is there's a light on the wagon, or the hatch should I say, and I'm trying to get it in the image just to have a bit of light and to illuminate the scene, but it's causing, you know when you photograph the sunset or a really bright sun and you get those sunspot flares on your camera, I'm getting that in these images because of this light, which is frustrating me a little bit. But I'm gonna move around the hat a little bit and see if I can get an image without that in it, and once I have, I will then go and sit on the little balcony bit and get an interesting image of me inside or interacting with this beautiful hut. I really think this is gonna work and I'm gonna love it. This is so exciting! Oh, that was so fun. There's nothing like a little bit of creative photography right before bedtime. So I'm just even up. Thoroughly enjoyable. Some of the images that I thought were going to work didn't, and then I had to get a little bit more creative and experimental, but I really enjoyed that. And there's about 3 images, definitely, potentially 5 images that I really liked from that shoot. Oh, I love it when the weather's like this, when you're inspired, when you're somewhere different. I always find that the majority of my most creative things happen in moments like this, when I'm away from home, doing something a little bit out of the norm, staying somewhere new, and just also when I'm staying somewhere that allows me to immerse myself in nature, whether that's camping or glamping, staying in a wagon or a hut like this. I'm really sorry, it's like at least 15 degrees warmer in here than it is outside, so I'm steaming up. But yeah, just being able to be somewhere where you can immerse yourself in nature. I find that my most inspiring moments happen when I'm out in nature, and when I can immerse myself in nature and the outdoors for the majority of a day like I have today. And I've had a great day. It's a shame I never got to go to Troop Head as I had planned, because it was just so busy and I didn't feel like I'd be able to do what I wanted to do given that. But I'm hoping that tomorrow I'm going to be able to get down there, and I'm gonna, hopefully it's not going to be as busy as it was today, and I'll do some wildlife photography and of course share all that with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this evening of nighttime imagery here in the Aberdeenshire countryside and seeing more of this beautiful hut. Oh, I've had a great day. I'm looking forward to sleeping in this really cool bed tonight in this really cosy hut. It's amazing how warm places are when they've got wood burners in them. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm just hopefully gonna have a nice, quiet, settled night, sort of out in nature, immersing it, enjoying it. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow, as always. Thank you all again for watching, and yeah, see you all again next time.